Hello everybody. This is demonstration video for Akai Endiaton or AND tape deck. This deck is top of the line deck and it has a separate modulus construction, so blocks. They put all sensitive boards into separate blocks in the chassis to separate them and avoid any induction of the signals from one board to another. So this deck is a records in place, very nice. It has very nice bright Nakamichi sound. It has a calibration capability, so it can calibrate on level and bias. It has also direct input for CD deck. If you will like to record directly, it will avoid MPX filter and part of the Dolby lines. What else? It do have a remote control, so part of operations I will be doing using remote control today. So that's control I will be selling together with this deck. So as you see, it's a wireless remote control. And I can do almost everything with this: open, close tape, cassette valve. I may do switch between a source and tape. I can work with my counter, reset it, use memory. What else? I can turn off display if I don't like to be disturbed when I'm listening to the music. Additional adding capability with memory, recording, operation, and even more. So let's start. Let's verify recording. So it does a very nice Akai sound. I compare it with multiple Akai decks I had, and it plays better than every Akai deck. What else? This deck has a very good tape transport, so it's famous Akai transport. It has a quartz lock and direct drive, so probably one of the best drives on the market. It's very quiet, very quick, as you may see. It can play, stop, do whenever we need to. And the major point which differs this deck from any other decks, this deck doesn't have capacitors in the playback amplifier, and additionally I checked it in comparison with Akai 95 model which were produced for Europe. This one doesn't have electrolytic capacitors in the recording circuit. So the Akai 95 has two capacitors in the recording circuit when sounds pass through them. This one doesn't, and the difference with in playback amplifier, it has a discrete schema, so around 7 transistors, and has a balanced schema. This is a difference with the Akai 95, which has integrated chip for playback amplifier. So they produced this deck only for Japanese market. It was the last and the top model. So you're welcome to enjoy as much as I do with how this deck performs. So let's switch to let's do calibration for our tape. So we need to go into calibration mode here, start record, playing. And here we are. We need to add a little bit level for this tape, and that's it. Calibration is done, as easy as that. Turn off calibration mode. We're ready for recording. So we'll reset counter. I will adjust sound level. So I will use recording level volume to adjust sound level. Starting recording. So it's tape playing. Source. Tape. No difference at all. Source. Tape. Dolby B.
When I met you, I blossomed like a flower. I was kissed,
Dolby C.
awake by the sound. The rain had on me with shimmering curls, like a flower
No difference.
in bloom.
Dolby off.
Look on me as a flower. Give me water, sun and love. Look on me as a flower. Give me water,
Rewind back.
sun and love.
So I turn it off source, so it's playing back.
When I met you, I blossomed like a flower.
So it was a pretty good recording on type 1 tape. Low noise and very detailed sound. Probably the highest amount of details almost every deck can produce I have, except Sonic A5. So let's do type 2. So as you see, it has automatic tape selector. So as soon as you close, it gets to the chrome position. So let's reset levels and let's do calibration over again for this deck, for this tape. So I'm starting calibration. You see it has a very bright response, so we will reduce ABS, or like we will add a little bit of bias to reduce high frequencies, and I will add level a little bit. Okay, so now it's even. We're ready to record. So let's turn off calibration. Let's reset our counter. Put deck into record pause mode. Start the song, or we can start recording. Starting the song. As at chrome tape, we can do a little bit hotter recording. Source, tape, no any difference in sound response.
As a flower, give me water, sun and love.
Okay, rewinding back, playing our recording. So you may see that Type 2, it did very well, very good recording. And let's do Type 4. Let's see how this tape will respond on this tape deck. I'm returning bias and level back, putting into calibration mode. Let's do calibration. This tape requires a little bit bigger level and a little bit less bias. Okay, looks like we've done. Let's do reset counter. Let's do our recording then. We can do even hotter here now.
Look on me as a flower. Give me water, sun and love. Look on me as a flower. Give me water, sun and love. Look on me as a flower. Give me water, sun and love. Look on me as a flower. Give me water, sun and love.
Let's check recording.
Look on me as a flower. Give me water, sun and love. Look on me.
I would say it was very solid performance. Sound is crisp, clear. It has famous Nakamichi tones in it. So what they did a little bit more harmonics, but it expands 3D panorama, and like it makes you feel like you sit on the concert. I pretty much like this sound, and that's where we are. I welcome you on my eBay auction. Please post your bids. This is a very nice deck. It looks very nice for its age. Works, performs. I replaced pinch rollers. I verified mechanics, set up all levels. So it's a nice bit and nice toy for years to go, because there is no capacitors, there is nothing to degrade. Rubber parts will last another 10-15 years before the next replacement would be needed. And if you may see a picture of the heads, so after all these years, head still looks like new. So all Akai decks I have like around like 7 or 8 Akai decks. They do perform and they do have heads like new. So I didn't mention anywhere on these glass crystal ferrite heads. And considering that this has Super GX head, so this means that it has even like copper of improved copper, low oxygen copper for the wires, and it has separate specific gaps. Please read on the internet, you will be excited how well and how much technology they put there. Also, it has vibration absorbing cassette stabilizer, which pushes cassette when it's in, like you see when it's open, it goes up. So to let easily pull off cassette when you close, it pushes cassette there to make sure that it will not vibrate, and position of the shell will remain the same. So thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I own this deck for about 5 months now, or six probably, and it was the star of my collection. Thank you.